divine goddesses and gods. Welcome to my class, Beyond the Veil, where I'm just sharing the things that I've learned about the spirit realm and the energetic atmosphere around us with you guys. So I'm sharing it with you. So the topic today are going to be demons. Woo! Now, it's really not as scary as you think, and they're really more just like dweebs and leeches, more than like, it's not really that scary. Okay, so I'm going to talk about two things. What is a demon, and how are they made, right? So I know some people believe, oh, demons come from the devil or anything else, and if you want to believe that, that's fine, but just go ahead and scroll for me, okay? Okay, now, so what is a demon? And I have some notes right here, so I'm reading off to the side. A demon is a soul that fell too deep into darkness and it lost its divine essence. They become weak and parasitic, unable to sustain themselves without feeding on negativity. So that's why I said leech, because it's literally like they cannot survive without feeding off of someone else. Okay, now how are demons made? Well, it starts with unresolved trauma, and that's why shadow work is so important, because it eliminates it from the root. So when a soul experiences deep pain, rejection, suffering, but it chooses anger, resentment, avoidance, or revenge instead of healing, that is when the soul becomes corrupt. So instead of growing spiritually, the soul seeks power and control to feel safe. So what does it look like? This looks like dominance, manipulation, destruction, just to feel powerful. Okay? Now, what was that? Okay, then the soul becomes obsessed with material, emotional, or energetic control, refusing to release the toxic pattern. Now, that's when the soul begins to decay. It becomes corrupt. It starts to thrive in chaos, it starts to thrive in chaos and suffering, whether it's from its own suffering or from others. So next, it starts to distort the truth. The mind becomes trapped in delusion, paranoia, or deception, justifying harmful actions as necessary. Okay, y'all have heard this before. Like when somebody says, oh, I gave them their karma, I taught them a lesson, or I restored balance by spreading negativity. How is you cool? Like, no. Anyways, where was I at? Y'all, there's so many words on here. Where was I at? Alright, so they say that they're teaching them a lesson, they're restoring balance, or they're giving people karma by spreading negativity because no one cared for them. AKA, that goes all the way back to the root, unresolved trauma. Okay? Now, this can also look like forcing others to believe their version of events, like a victim mentality or gaslighting people. So you see the truth to them, it no longer matters. It's just about domination. My view over yours, my reality over yours. At this point, the soul no longer resonates with high vibrational energies, and it begins to descend into lower realms. Now, the soul can no longer regenerate light from itself anymore, because it has rejected its original source. Now it seeks to steal, manipulate, or even feed off others' energy just to be able to survive. An example of feeding off someone's energy is rage bait, fear bait. Like, have you ever just been in class and it's just one person that is like picking at you, trying to get you to explode, or just trying to get you to acknowledge them? They want that energy. Like, as soon as you get mad, they just want to and go about their jolly day. They're just gonna feel so good about themselves after that. Okay, so AKA, how do you know someone is trying to feed you? So when they're trying to pull your attention, so where your attention goes, that's where your energy flows. Your attention can go to good things as well. You can be trying to help someone, right? Like out of sympathy, but you're still giving them energy if it's not genuine. Like if it's not genuine, you're still giving them energy for them to feed off of, even though you're trying to help them. So now the soul becomes bound to the energy that it indulged in, and it loses free will. So whether it's fear, rage, shame, lust, addiction, or corruption, it begins to lose its free will. So the guys or gals, okay, it's both people, everybody. The guys or gals who are walking around here thinking about smacks, they have lost their free will. Even after they get off, they're still empty. They're still hungry. And you know why? It's because they cannot regenerate themselves. They cannot validate themselves. They cannot feed themselves the love and the safety and the support that they need, because they have rejected it. So lastly, but not least, it starts interfering with other soul growth to keep itself alive. And finally, it loses itself, becoming a slave to negativity. So this is when the full transformation of the pure soul turns into a demon. It looks like someone with a dark cloud, that has a dark cloud over them wherever they go. they are just fully trapped. Wait, sorry. At this state, they're fully trapped in the lower realms. They can no longer exist in high vibrational spaces. So for my high vibrational people, have you ever walked in a room and they just disperse like roaches? Because they are roaches, okay? Now, so high vibrational spaces, okay, yeah. So they cannot no longer exist in high vibrational spaces without feeling severe pain or destruction. So it starts to repeat the same parasitic patterns externally, trapped in its own creation, binding it to the cycles of suffering. At this point, redemption is damn near impossible, right? Unless an external force intervenes. Alright, if you guys want a part 2 on this video or any other subject, let me know in the comments. And thank you for listening to my channel and tuning into my frequency. I really hope you guys enjoyed this lesson for today. And Beyond the Veil will be back at another time. Goodbye, guys.